Hello everyone and welcome to another YouTube video as we continue the greatest week in professional wrestling. I'm talking WrestleMania week. We're just 4 days away from the biggest WrestleMania of all time, WrestleMania 40, being headlined by the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who looks to finish his story and take the undisputed WWE Universal Championship away from the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. But before then, we are taking a look back at the greatest matches in WrestleMania history, going back to a match that is considered one of the greatest of all time. I'm talking WrestleMania 25, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, when two WWE Hall of Famers collided. I'm talking HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania, going one-on-one with the Dead Man, the Undertaker, who was looking to go 17-0. All right, let's not waste more time. Let's get right into it. All right, here we go. The bell is rung. This one is underway. This is going to be a match for the ages. Two of the greatest to ever step foot inside a WWE ring. The Heartbreak Kid, Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn Michaels, going up against the Dead Man, the Undertaker, who is 16-0 here at the Showcase of Immortals. And the Undertaker, one of the greatest strikers in wrestling. But a chop from Shawn Michaels, ducking. The Undertaker strikes. The Undertaker trying to get Shawn Michaels in the corner, but Shawn Michaels with these thunderous chops to Undertaker. In this match, it's really going to be a quickness for Shawn Michaels to outplay the Undertaker. And Michaels once again in the corner. Undertaker trying to make Shawn Michaels flinch. But here we go. Michaels again now clubbing forearms to the Undertaker. And now, here we go. Undertaker on the receiving end of these forearms from Michaels early on. What a thunderous chop to Undertaker. You can see the damage has been done to Taker. Stung a little bit to the chest. Boom, went for a right, but Michaels, went for a right, but Undertaker caught it this time. This time, there's nowhere for Michaels to go. Undertaker has Michaels by the throat. Oh my God, look at the way he just threw him onto the turnbuckle. Michaels was just literally thrown over the top. Oh, look at this. The defiance of Michaels. Michaels seemed to have caused some damage to his ankle. Oh, but look at this. Luthez press. He was leading the Undertaker on. Michaels with that Luthez press. Picture perfect. And the Undertaker breaks free. And now the Undertaker once again throws Michaels in the corner like a rag doll. The Undertaker really bringing it to Michaels now. Now that he's finally gotten his hands on the Heartbreak Kid, the Undertaker not wasting any time going after Mr. WrestleMania. You can see it's light versus dark. It's good versus evil. The Undertaker, the darkness inside the Dead Man versus the light, the good that is Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels on the receiving end of these huge stomps from the Undertaker in the corner. Set the Undertaker going after that shoulder. Michaels going after the boot to the midsection of the Undertaker. Now Michaels has Undertaker in the corner with these thunderous chops. These fans here are absolutely electric. The WWE fans realize this is a big match feel. These two have encountered each other multiple times before, but Undertaker, huge back body drop. That was like 7+ feet in the air. Michaels dropping right into the mat, spine first. The damage is being done by the Undertaker, slowing this thing down to his pace. This contest being slowed down to the pace of the Undertaker. Once again, picks up Michaels high. Boom, slams Michaels right into the mat. And now, boom, a huge elbow drop to the chest of Michaels. Goes to the cover one. Only a 1 count. You're going to have to do a lot more than that to keep down Mr. WrestleMania, the Heartbreak Kid. These two have won multiple WWE championships in their career. These two have crossed paths before, including competing in the first ever Hell in a Cell match against each other back at Bad Blood. 1997. And now the Undertaker. Oh no. This is vintage Undertaker. He's looking to go a little bit of old school. Class is in session because the Undertaker's going old school and take Shawn Michaels down. And the Undertaker's turned things right around, right where he wants it. Has Michaels right where he wants him. But instead, Michaels gets out of harm's way and the Undertaker goes high with that boot. And that doesn't feel too good for the dead man. And now Michaels going after the knee of the Undertaker. He realizes he may have hit something. Now the knee is going to be worked on by the Heartbreak Kid. Chop block to the back of the knee from Shawn Michaels. This is where you see Shawn Michaels really come into play, where you really see the Heartbreak Kid take off. He found a part of the Undertaker to break down to keep him off his feet, and he's going to take full advantage of that with a huge kick to the head of the Undertaker, taking the dead man down. The crowd here is absolutely electric. This match has only just started. And, oh, Shawn Michaels. Can you imagine Shawn Michaels looking for perhaps a figure four or a sharpshooter? Oh, it's a figure four. Looking for that figure four. The man he retired just 1 year earlier. The legendary Ric Flair, WWE Hall of Famer. Ric Flair, perhaps the greatest champion of all time. 16-time world champion. That's a record. And nobody may ever pass that 16 times of being on the top, of being the top of the food chain. But Shawn Michaels gave Ric Flair the last match of a lifetime. And Shawn Michaels with a super kick, a sweet chin music to Ric Flair for the 1, 2, 3. Ending the historic career of Ric Flair just 1 year ago. And now Undertaker trying to get out of this figure four with a right to Michaels. And another right. Michaels tried to pay homage to Ric Flair with that figure four, but now Undertaker finally breaks free. And now, but the damage to the knee has been done, and Michaels realized that. He looked back and saw Undertaker limping with a big kick to the knee. Drop kicks the knee of Undertaker. Shawn Michaels realized he had some time to look back. And now, oh, but Undertaker picks up Michaels. Undertaker trying to fight through, sending Michaels tailbone first into that top turnbuckle. This is smart by the dead man. Boot to the chest of Shawn Michaels. Boom, what a right to the Heartbreak Kid. And now the greatest striker in the game going on the attack. Undertaker trying to get some feeling, trying to get that circulation back going in the leg. And the Undertaker trying to send Shawn Michaels. He's able to do it, but how much damage is being done to the knee of the Undertaker with everything he's already been through? From all the pain that Shawn Michaels has already caused the knee. You can see the limping of the Undertaker. Undertaker fighting through everything, all the pain, to go full steam ahead and take out Michaels. And now looking for snake eyes. Snake eyes from Undertaker. And that size 17 big boot from the dead man taking out Shawn Michaels. And a leg drop right across the throat for the cover. 1, 2. It could have been it. But Shawn kicks out. Undertaker was looking to go 17-0. That's the goal for the Undertaker. Continue his historic undefeated WrestleMania streak, where he's defeated some of the all-time greats, including Jake the Snake Roberts, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, his own brother Kane, Shawn Michaels. Oh, look at this crossface. The Undertaker caught a crossface. The Undertaker trying to break free, but you can see it's not fully applied the way he's on his side. The Undertaker's on his side, so this isn't going to cause much damage, but it's also going to cause a weird type of pain because of where the Undertaker's neck's being pulled. But this allows for Undertaker to kind of break free. Undertaker's on his side, so the damage isn't in full effect. Shawn Michaels can't fully pull his neck back of the Undertaker. Undertaker trying to break free. That arm is trapped. The dead man trying to break free. Rolls Shawn Michaels over for the cover. 1, 2. Shawn Michaels now pulls him right back over with that crossface. But Michaels never relinquished the hold. That's very dangerous, very risky. Because if Undertaker had gotten that 3 and Shawn Michaels was still holding on, Undertaker may not have tapped. And Michaels really betting on the fact, oh, but now he's getting Undertaker where he needs to be. Undertaker now flat on his stomach. This is what Michaels was looking for. This is going to be harder for Undertaker to get back up. Look at the strength of the Undertaker now back up to his knees. Wait just a minute. Undertaker pulling himself back up to a vertical base. And Undertaker back up to his knees. Picks up Michaels. Sidewalk slam. Takes down the Heartbreak Kid. Here's separation 1, 2, and a cover, but Shawn Michaels gets the shoulder up at 2. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels have already put each other through so much in this match. Two of the greatest to ever do it. These two know what it takes to be at the top of the grandest stage of them all, to be at the top of the food chain. These two already WWE legends. Both future Hall of Famers. Undertaker sends Shawn Michaels into the ropes. Michaels, big boot, but Undertaker stands right up. Look at the eyes of the dead man. Shawn Michaels ducks. And now there comes the quickness of Michaels. Overcoming, overpowering. The speed, the damage of the Undertaker. And what a shoulder tackle from Michaels. Both men are down. Who's going to get back up first? This is a big match. But we're back down to ground zero. But Michaels kips back up to his feet. But what about the Undertaker? The Undertaker tries to pull himself up. The showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania, showing just why he earned himself that nickname. Bringing out all the stops to the dead man. Trying to keep the Undertaker down. Trying to end the undefeated streak of the Undertaker. Only would further the legacy. Only further cementing the legacy of the Heartbreak Kid. Boom, what a clothesline of the Undertaker. Who was flat on his back. The damage has been done to the dead man. And it could be a matter of moments before that sweet chin music takes Undertaker out and ends the undefeated streak with that 1, 2, 3 following that sweet chin music. But Shawn Michaels has up at the top. Oh my, the Undertaker sits right back up. We've seen this before from the Undertaker. Has Shawn Michaels up, looking for a choke slam. And Michaels in no man's land, but Michaels lands on his feet. Oh, Michaels got a low kick. Oh, looking for a figure 4. Oh, Hell's Gate, Hell's Gate, Hell's Gate, Hell's Gate, Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate. We've seen this before for The Undertaker. This has put out many opponents before. WrestleMania 25, but Michaels finds his boot on the bottom rope, finds the bottom rope. Michaels, great ring awareness when you've been doing this for as long as you have. When you're Shawn Michaels and you're The Undertaker, you know what's around you. You know exactly where you are in the ring. And Shawn Michaels able to find the ropes to break the Hell's Gate before it could be fully locked in. Michaels just misses mark with that sweet chin music. Not enough room to connect. Shawn Michaels back up to his feet. Stumbling. The Undertaker on the chase to take out Shawn Michaels. Stalking Shawn Michaels. Driving Michaels face first into those steel steps. And now the Undertaker sends Shawn Michaels back in the ring. This is where things are going to become dangerous. Oh, because we've seen this before. This is a deadly move from the Undertaker. We've seen this. First, Michaels gets caught with that big boot from Taker on the side of the head. We know what comes next. As Undertaker heads up to the ring apron, looking for the near 300 plus pounds coming down on the chest of Shawn Michaels. Oh, but Michaels gets out of harm's way. Oh, went for that guillotine leg drop on the ring apron, but Shawn Michaels realized where he was and got out of harm's way just in the nick of time. But the damage is being done to Undertaker's leg when he crashed and burned. And here comes Shawn Michaels looking to fly. Oh, baseball slide to the dead man. These two have really put each other through it during this contest. It's the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all, the showcase of immortals. Both these men have won world titles on this stage. The showstopper thinking about what's next. What's it going to take to beat The Undertaker? Shawn Michaels trying to find his footing. Moonsault, but The Undertaker got out of harm's way into sending Shawn Michaels right into the mat. And Shawn Michaels holding onto that wrist. That's going to do a lot of damage. And that's why it's called a high-risk, high-reward move. You just don't know. You just don't know. Undertaker with a sidestep fooling Shawn Michaels. He really reeled him in. Undertaker scouting it. These two know each other so well. And Shawn Michaels is not in a position where he wants to be. Look at that moonsault. One more time. Just the way Shawn Michaels crashed and burned onto the floor. Absolutely devastating. The Undertaker rolls back in the ring. Flat on his back. Undertaker trying to catch his breath. This is good for the Undertaker. You got to take your time to regain some strength, to gain some energy. Oh, but the Undertaker sits up once more. The dead man is ready to take out Shawn Michaels and end the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels trying to use the ref to pull himself up. What in the world is the Undertaker thinking? Oh! Oh my God! Shawn Michaels just pulled the cameraman in the way. The cameraman has just been taken out. Crushed into the cameraman in that $40,000 camera. The cameraman has been taken out. Shawn Michaels reeled the Undertaker in. Both men are down and out. Who's going to get back up first? The ref is out too. Everybody's out. The cameraman's out. Everybody is down and out. And Undertaker and Shawn Michaels both down and out. This is exactly what Shawn Michaels needed to get back in this one. Let's take a look at this one more time. Push the ref out of the way. Pull the ref in. And just the way he fell on the cameraman. And you heard the crush of the camera. Oh, you can hear the crackling of the camera breaking. The cameraman got pulled into harm's way. Just how hard the Undertaker hit the floor. Absolutely devastating. At least he had the cameraman to break his fall. Just a 300-pound human being just flying at you. You're the cameraman. You're just trying to film the show. But Shawn Michaels is back in the ring. The ref is down. There's no winning this by count at this point because there's no ref to start the count. But if you're Shawn Michaels, use this time to breathe. Use this time to catch your breath. But you don't want to give your opponent too much time to get back up. And now here comes the referee. And now Shawn Michaels trying to pull the referee back up. Trying to get the official back in the ring. The official's not fully back in. Shawn Michaels trying to pull the official back in with everything he's got. The referee is back in the ring. Push the official. Try to tell the referee. He pushed the referee. I mean, that's enough for a disqualification in itself. He's telling the official to count him out. Count the Undertaker out. Trying to get the referee back up to his feet. Shawn Michaels senses that the Undertaker's out. The Undertaker might not get back up. This one would be over by count out already if the ref could start this count. And there we go. Now the referee able to have enough energy in him to start this count. Shawn Michaels could end this via count out. Can you imagine how heartbreaking that is? I mean, it's kind of ironic considering he's the Heartbreak Kid. He loves to break some hearts. Breaking the hearts of the fans and the Undertaker if he can win this via count out. Undertaker's starting to move. Starting to stir. At the count of 7, Undertaker pulling himself up on the ring. 8. Oh, Michael's going to win this match. Oh, Undertaker collapses again. Count of 9. Oh, and the dead man makes it back in just before the count of 10. The streak is still alive. The Undertaker may be a dead man, but the streak is still very much alive. 1 millisecond away from being counted out. Shawn Michaels can't believe it. The Undertaker trying to drag himself up using those ropes. Shawn Michaels could be tuning up the band. Yup, here it is. Michaels is tuning up the band. Ready to make sure Undertaker feels a little bit of sweet chin music to end the greatest streak in WrestleMania history. But the Undertaker trying to pull himself up. He can't hit the sweet chin music if Undertaker can't get back up to his feet. But a sidestep from the Undertaker and the dead man with a choke slam. with authority. Ready? Can he capitalize? Goes with the cover. 1, 2. Oh, but Shawn Michaels kicks out at 2. Oh my gosh, what did we just witness? One of the greatest choke slams we've ever seen. One of the most emphatic choke slams for the dead man that we've ever seen. But it was not enough to go 17-0. At least just not yet. What a huge slam from The Undertaker. A choke slam for the ages. But it was not enough to keep down the Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania. These two putting on a clinic, giving it everything they've got. The Undertaker looking to end. Oh, nope, not today. The Undertaker said not today. Went for the Sweet Chin Music. This time it connects. Sweet Chin Music, it connects. It connects right on the button. But Shawn Michaels can't capitalize. He's trying to drag himself over with every second it takes for him to get himself over to The Undertaker to get the cover. Here it is. The shoulders over. 1, 2. Oh, but The Undertaker kicks out. You gotta be kidding me. The fans are on their feet. Let's take a look at this again. Shawn Michaels, boom, the second time connected right on the button. Was picture perfect. Shawn Michaels thought that was it. If he had 1 millisecond sooner made that cover, he would have had the dead man, would have ended the most historic streak in WrestleMania history, but not yet. The dead man is not done, and Shawn Michaels kips up to his feet. Shawn Michaels is not done yet. The showstopper is taking over WrestleMania as he looks to end the dead man once. Oh my. But Undertaker catches Michaels once again. Boot to the midsection of Shawn Michaels. Oh no. Looking to take Shawn Michaels for one last ride. The last ride. Get this. Michaels went for a sunset flip. The Undertaker holding his ground on his feet. Boot to the midsection. And now this time, looking for a last ride to Shawn Michaels. Enjoy your ride, because what goes up must come down. And the Heartbreak Kid crashes and burns. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's not done. This is unbelievable. Shawn Michaels is still in this. What does The Undertaker have to do to keep down the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels? Let's take another look at this. This is unreal. Boom. The way his head bounced off the mat. The impact. 1, 2. Boom. Shawn Michaels' shoulder was up. We thought it was all over. The fans here thought it was all over. But Shawn Michaels still has some fight left in him. What in the world are these two men willing to go through? And we're seeing it right now. How much more is either man going to be able to endure before we have ourselves a winner? Before either the streak ends or the streak continues. The Undertaker heading up to the top. Undertaker really pulling out all the stops. What in the world is Undertaker thinking? Elbow drop, but Shawn Michaels moves out of the way. That's usually a move we see from Shawn Michaels. Leading up to the Sweet Chin Music, we usually see that off the top diving elbow to the dead man. But instead, the Undertaker trying to pull a playbook out of Shawn Michaels. Trying to pull a move out of Shawn Michaels' playbook, but it did not work out for the Undertaker. Let's take a look at this one more time. Watch this. Boom, that elbow drop to Shawn Michaels, but it was not enough to keep down the Heartbreak Kid. His Heartbreak Kid moved out of the way just in the nick of time. Both men are down, both men are out, and we're about to be back down to square one. Once these two get back up to their feet. Here we go. Both men are using the ropes to pull themselves back up. These two have endured so much throughout this battle. Undertaker moved out of the way. Shawn Michaels holds on. Shawn Michaels' throat caught. Oh no. Oh my. He's caught, but Tombstone, this is it. Can you say 17-0? My God, what a tombstone. 1, 2. You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Shawn Michaels just kicked out of the tombstone, and the Undertaker can't believe it! Look at the eyes of the dead man. The Undertaker can't believe it. We can't believe it. The fans cannot believe it. Look at this emphatic tombstone from the dead man, but it was not enough to keep Shawn Michaels down for the 3. 1, 2. Boom, and a kick out from Shawn Michaels. What in the world did we just see? Shawn Michaels is out. That was it. It seemed that it was all over after that huge tombstone pile driver. We've seen a last ride, a tombstone pile driver, 2 moves. The Undertaker has put his opponents out here at WrestleMania to further his streak up to 16-0. And he thought that was the tombstone pile driver to get him to 17-0. But now the straps come down. And The Undertaker looking to finish off Shawn Michaels once and for all. He's calling for it. The dead man looking to go 17-0. The Undertaker, one of the most dangerous men to ever step foot inside a WWE ring. There's a reason he's the Phenom. There's a reason he's the dead man. And now just lifts Shawn Michaels up. The lifeless body of Michaels. As he looks to go for one more tombstone to end this thing. Shawn Michaels turns into a DDT. Where in the world is Shawn Michaels finding this? I don't understand. Cat to The Undertaker turning that into a tornado DDT. Incredible. Great counter from the Heartbreak Kid. Let's take a look at it. Spinning around. Tornado DDT in the air. Boom. Beautiful. Where is Shawn Michaels finding this? We are seeing perhaps the greatest match of all time, and not just WrestleMania history, but of all time. I can't believe what we're seeing. Undertaker's down. Shawn Michaels trying to pull himself up, looking for that dropping elbow. That leaping elbow off the top would be enough. Could perhaps be enough to take down the dead man. This is Mr. WrestleMania and the dead man going one-on-one. The showstopper looking to stop everything and end the Undertaker. He'll stop the heart of the Undertaker if this connects. But the Undertaker is down and out. We haven't seen the Undertaker move at all. Undertaker. Shawn Michaels, it doesn't even look like Shawn Michaels knows where he is. And an elbow drop from the Heartbreak Kid connects. Money. Right on the money of the Undertaker. Body on body. This match could be over in just a matter of moments. These two giving it everything they've got. Michaels having to use the ropes to keep himself held up. This could be over in just a matter of moments. Michaels has Undertaker right where he wants him. Does Shawn Michaels have one more sweet chin music left to end the Undertaker, to end the undefeated streak of the dead man, to end the Phenom, the historic career of the Undertaker, as could end, the streak could be over. The Undertaker, what do you do if your streak ends? It could end right here, right now with a sweet chin music, right on the money. Bam! Picture perfect. Michaels, you gotta get to the cover if you want to win this. Shawn Michaels has done it. Can he do it? The streak is over. 1, 2. You got him. What? What? It's not over yet. This classic is not over, and it continues. We are witnessing absolute greatness between two of the very best to ever step foot inside a WWE ring. I can't believe what we just saw. The Undertaker just kicking out of another sweet chin music from the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. The legendary Shawn Michaels and the dead man, the Phenom. You got a legend and a Phenom colliding here on the greatest of them all. These two are making magic. These two are fighting for everything. This is for everything. All the times these two have gone out, it seems to be that these two need to hold on to each other. Thunderous chop to the dead man. Undertaker with a right to Shawn Michaels. These two are barely on their feet. What a chop to the Undertaker. And now a strike from The Undertaker to Michaels. The will. Who wants it more? The Undertaker falls down to his knees. Boom, what a right to Michaels. One gets back up, one gets knocked out. What a right to Michaels. What a thunderous chop to the dead man. How many more chops? How many? Oh, but a big boot to Michaels. Who's going to crash and burn in the mat? But this time, The Undertaker takes control with a big boot to Michaels. It could be a matter of moments before Undertaker finally ends Shawn Michaels once and for all. What is left? Undertaker holds up Shawn Michaels. Shawn fighting through with his elbows. Boom, what a chop to the dead man. Shawn Michaels can't afford another tombstone. The Undertaker can't afford another sweet chin music. These two men are pulling out all the stops, but you gotta stay on the attack. You gotta stay on your defense game, your best defense game, especially late in this match, when one big move is enough to take you down. And Michaels trying to capitalize, but it's tough. Your body's been through so much. It's really hard to get yourself back up. You just want to use a little bit of time to breathe. And Shawn Michaels doing everything he can to stay in this one. What is left for Shawn Michaels? Michaels, what in the world is left? Michaels heading up to the top. Michaels, here we go. Michaels looking for a moonsault. Oh, wait. It catches Shawn Michaels in midair. Tombstone pile driver. That's gotta be it. 1, 2, 3. Can you say 17-0? Because the undefeated streak of The Undertaker continues. What a classic between two of the greatest of all time. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels pulling out all the stops, giving it everything they've got. But in the end, The Undertaker, with one more tombstone left in the tank, catching Shawn Michaels in midair, who was going for that moonsault, taking out Shawn Michaels for the 1, 2, 3. And the dead man rises once again as he goes 17-0 at WrestleMania. Rest in peace, Shawn Michaels. What a match we just saw. What a classic. And The Undertaker trying to pull himself back up. All the pain these two are feeling right now. Let's take a look at this one more time. Let's take a look at some of the... Undertaker went to take out Shawn Michaels, but Shawn Michaels pulling in the cameraman. Undertaker crashing and burning into the cameraman. Then this sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels got caught by The Undertaker. Boom, a wicked choke slam from the dead man. We thought that one was it too. But Shawn Michaels persevered. 1, 2, and Shawn Michaels somehow pushed through that choke slam. And then the end was not over. And then we saw this. Shawn Michaels tried to pull himself back up. Undertaker would catch Shawn Michaels. This was the first tombstone. Boom, Shawn Michaels we thought it was over here. And Shawn Michaels still able to pull through. 1, 2, just before 3. Incredible. Shawn Michaels pulling through everything. And then this sweet chin music. This was that sweet chin music where we thought it was all over. The second sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels. Should have ended it right then and there. But with The Undertaker needing to rise to the occasion. 1, 2. The Undertaker would refuse to lose and refuse to let his WrestleMania streak end. And then a moonsault from Shawn Michaels. The Undertaker with one last gasp effort, catching Michaels in midair for the final tombstone of this match to cement his legacy even further, as The Undertaker is now 17-0 at the Showcase of Immortals here at the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. All right, everyone, and that was the Heartbreak Kid, Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels, one-on-one with the dead man, the Phenom, the Undertaker. In the end, after 2 tombstones, Shawn Michaels got caught in midair after going for a moonsault. The Undertaker with a second tombstone pile driver, this one more vicious than the one prior, for the 1, 2, 3. The Undertaker went 17-0 after picking up the victory in one of the greatest matches of all time. And with that being said, thank you all for tuning in to today's video. Thank you all for sticking with me on this journey as we continue this week of WrestleMania. We are just a few days away from the greatest WrestleMania of all time, WrestleMania 40. And I'll be streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv/hypethecommentator on April 6th and April 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you all for sticking with me on this journey. Don't forget, follow me on all my socials on Twitch. Like I said, twitch.tv/hypethecommentator. On Instagram, Hype the Commentator, X Hype Commentator, and TikTok, Hype the Commentator. Thank you all again, and I will see you all in the next one.